Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
She's a young legend walking. Give it up for Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yeah, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're here. Heather's here.
The whole MTV
Tony.
squadron is here.
Tracy.
Right?
You have to be good with names. You got the T.
Yo, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Tracy, Kennedy is here, and I always love talking to folks who worked at MTV.
Yeah.
Before I got there, because it just seemed like, even though I didn't necessarily listen to the music that was being played, it just looked like the environment was so much more fun than when I got there. And nobody had any idea what was going to happen once they got on. Did you get trained for that, or you just?
Oh God, no! And it's funny because I did an interview the other day with a music journalist who was like, was there some sort of a test they gave you to so they could see what your music knowledge was? It's like, no. My test was I was hired when I was 19 to be a DJ at a major market radio station. I was at an alternative station in LA, interning, answering phones, fetching food, and knew enough about the music that they gave me a shot on air. And that was my pathway to MTV. But no, there's no training for that. It's not a traditional broadcasting role.
Not at all, right?
No, it was bizarre and wonderful and surreal, and that's why I wrote about it, because there's nothing like that exists nowadays. As far as you were at MTV in a news capacity, which still kind of follows a traditional news gathering. You have to be a journalist.
Yes.
But for VJs, we were basically just well-dressed jackasses.
Wow. That's a way to wrap it up.
And one time, speaking of raps, I had to host UMTV Raps one day.
Did you really?
Because I think Bill Bellamy was hosting it, and he was sick. And they were like, holy crap, this is on the schedule. We need someone to fill in. And they're like,
Wait, how did you do? Did you try to go hip hop?
No, there's the opposite.
It was the opposite.
So I wore like Argyle and and knickers, and I was like, "Oh, hey everyone, and welcome to Yo MTV Raps! Isn't it wonderful?" And they got so many complaints that I was never allowed.
You was never allowed again.
Step foot in the studio, let alone host it.
Did you have can you recollect that first nervous moment you had when you had to interview someone that that was?
It took them so long to let me actually interview people that we used to joke about it. So I would have interns dress up as alternative music stars and be like, I'm here with Robert Smith from The Cure. And it's really like an 18-year-old who's going to Hofstra wearing a black wig and eye makeup. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
So I had to beg to let them allow me to interview people. And it took a long time.
When did you first start feeling or recognizing that your presence, your image, your likeness is starting to be recognized and resonates with the general public?
When I was voted the most hated VJ after just a couple months on the air.
Damn, the most hated?
Yeah, in the Rollingstone Readers Poll.
Damn.
And I was like, I opened the magazine because I knew every year they had a least favorite or most hated and most loved.
Yeah.
And I opened it up like hoping that I would be most loved because I thought that I was such a classy lady.
Yeah.
And I see most hated with my name next to it. And my heart just sank, and I had to decide in that moment, like that was such a pivotal point, because I'm like, okay, do I embrace the hate? Or do I try and get people to like me? And I was like, that takes too much work. And I can't be a phony.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'll be polarizing. And you all can eat a bag of dicks.
Damn.
How?
Have you ever ate a bag of dicks, Kennedy?
You know what? I have nibbled. I've never gotten to the bottom of a bag of dicks.
Kennedy has joined us. She has a new book, The Kennedy Chronicles.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.